Yo, what's up, ladies and gentlemen, traders? Welcome to the channel. In this video, I'm going to be breaking down a recent trade that I took on gold where I walked away with $6,000 of profit and some change. And without wasting any of your precious time, let's go and do the analysis. Now, do keep in mind that every single one of my trades has minor adjustments to its entries and the reasoning behind it because my entire trading strategy is based on confluences, like entry confluences, right? This setup I'm going to be showing you in this video is an A+ setup of my core strategy. I'm going to be using the replay mode here to walk you through this setup exactly, like what I saw and more importantly, why I did what I did. Okay, let's go. I'm just going to remove all of this and I'm going to give you guys a clear way of like what happened and why I took this particular trade, okay? Now this is where I sat down at my desk. I was looking at market. Okay, now let's take a look at this chart. Now, personally, I wait for the price to show me weak highs or weak lows or strong highs and strong lows. For this market structure, it was showing me weak high and strong low. Okay, keep that in mind. Now, I already made a complete video about market structure, explaining to you what a weak high is, what a strong low is, what a change of character is, what a break of structure is. Everything is in that market structure video, and I'll link it over here on the iCard somewhere or the link in the description box below, so go check it out, okay? Now, over here, I'm looking at weak high and strong low. And I did mark it. The indicator automatically does that for me. Now, personally, I wait for the price to show me strong highs and weak lows or strong lows and weak highs. And my Tradex Pro dashboard, the indicator that you're seeing right over here, handles that for me automatically. Like, I don't even have to draw these levels. It automatically does that for me. And this dashboard cuts out all the noise, like all the retail noise, and gives me all the things I only want to see. The next thing that I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be dragging my fixed range volume profile. So it's right here in my favorites, but if you want to have it, click over here and then it's my favorites. So favorite that, and you can use it every single time right here. Now, next thing is that I'm going to be dragging from this strong low to this weak high and then clicking on apply. Boom, that is it. Okay. Now, what is a fixed volume range profile and why the hell do I use it? Now, a lot of you might have questions like why the fixed range instead of looking at the overall volume that we have over here, like the OG indicator volume profile, like this bars on below. So look, the thing is, the answer is like very simple, like literally it's about the intent versus the noise, as simple as that. Okay, if I look at the volume for the entire chart, it's like a big whole mess. I don't really know what I'm looking at. It's like full of old data, and that has nothing to do with what's actually going to be happening in the market, right? Like literally right now. Now, by using the fixed range, I'm choosing exactly where, like which price leg that I want to measure. Hopefully that was clear for you to understand. So from my strong low to weak high, I'm basically telling the tool to like, don't show me anything else, to show me where the big players are and where they were active during this specific upward move. Okay, that's exactly the point of this tool. It isolates the institutional footprint. Now, this cuts out all the clutter and it shows me where institutional footprints are. Now, this tool literally turns my entire chart into a high confluence zone. Now, that's the difference between guessing where the market will turn and knowing exactly where the orders are stacked, right? Now, speaking of my trading tools, my core important primary filter is my indicator Tradexnetwork Pro dashboard, and it handles like everything for me. Literally, I don't even have to draw a single manual line or a horizontal line. It does everything automatically for me. Like, it handles my strong highs and weak highs and lows, order blocks, EMAs, fair value gaps, premium and discount zones, everything, like literally everything. Previous day high and lows, everything, it does that for me. And if you want access to this indicator, the link is in the description box below. And just check it out and you guys will know how to join and do the rest of the stuff, okay? Now, I actually turned off the 50 and 20 EMA. We also have those like aligned. You can see my alignment. I actually turned 20 and 50 off because my intraday trades, like my day trading, I don't actually use them. But for my swing trading, I use them the most. Now, once I'm on this chart, like the price action still running, what I'm going to do is I grab my fixed tool, like I told you, and I dragged it from this strong low to this weak high. And this yellow line that you see is point of control. This is where so many institutional orders are stacked up on this price action, right? And this is value area high and this is value area low, okay? Now, nextly, let's see how actually I'm going to be placing my trade now. Right over here, the 5 minute has turned into bullish and my setup over here, okay? Now, it's kind of below EMA 200, but I'm capturing a intraday trade. Okay, now I'm checking multiple different time frames and trend alignment. If the dashboard like isn't showing me the right signals for the 15-minute time frame, I don't even bother looking for an entry setup here. Okay, now I'm just gonna even remove this so it's like much more cleaner for you guys to understand. Now once I have like a bias, I start building my confluence stack. Okay, now once we grab this like volume profile, now this yellow line is point of control, right? I'm looking for entries at this level, and this is where big players and institutional players have their orders stacked up. Okay, now I take it a step further. I grab my fib tool and then I draw it from the swing high all the way to swing low right here. Okay, the strong low, which is also a swing low. Now this is my most important point. So I'm always looking for the 0.71 level. This is like my bread and butter for me, okay? I'm looking for institutional reaction at this point. Now, this entire area right now is our area of interest. Like this right here is where so many momentum is going to come in. And, you know, we might face like a rejection from this level. If not, then this setup can literally hit my SL and I'm be like good to go. No problem at all. But this is where my entire confluence is stacked. So one confluence is this fixed volume range profile. Then we have my fib tool, where this is where my entry going to be. The next one was as well order blocks, multiple order blocks saying that, hey, buyers will step in right at this level and then the market might, you know, go up. So this is my exact process. So I'm going to wait until price comes back, because usually price also reacts away from this 0.5 level as well as this bullish order block, and price can actually continue keeping and going higher. That means that this setup will no longer be valid for me anymore. But let's see what happens, okay? I'm kind of essentially creating a confluence stack. The volume profile for me acts as a high interest zones where I know exactly like, hey, this is where huge institutional orders or like big players are, as well as my fib tool tells me exactly where to enter and where price should turn and respect that structure, right? Here's where it gets real. Okay, this yellow line, which I told you point of control, from the fixed range as my first confirmation, that's like my anchor, that's the most important thing this entire setup is built on. Then I layered it with bullish order blocks, like I told you. Then I have my entry zones, okay? And then also I'm going to be consistently, and as well, I'm going to be also looking at constantly like looking at this trend change. Now, to be very honest with you guys, like this trade required a lot of patience on my side, because price didn't just like hand me the entry on a silver platter, right? I had to stay disciplined, keep my eyes on my levels and my confluences, and constantly like observe what like price is doing and trust the setup in my head, right? Even while the price was consolidating at this point, I was like, literally, let me show you. So let's see what happened, okay? Boom, boom. Price hit this order block. Then we had this bearish order block. Let's see. Price instantly broke that. Okay, wait, I'm going to go a little bit back. I think I went a little bit too fast. We're going to go from this, okay? All right. Now, and then we made another order block, and then price just took out this 0.5 level. Usually what the price does is that once we get this, comes back a little bit, goes to this bearish order block, then slowly. This is what like I had in my mind, like the picture that I imagined for this setup. But, okay, let me also place my position tool so you guys can see. My entry is always on my 0.71, and then my TP is 100, 0, and my SL is 100. Okay, now let's see what happens. The next candle we entered. I'm going to also drag my fib tool so you guys can see it more clearly, okay? And one more question that you guys might have is that if I'm entering on the 0.71 level, why do I have 0.75? Now, this is just like another confirmation. In the beginning of my trading journey, I was kind of using the 0.75 as my entry, but usually what the price does is that it goes to 0.71 and it continues without me. That is why I always place my trade here now, but I always wait for that extra confirmation, you know, extra, kind of like that, like stacking up that confirmation, aligning on my side. Now, once I entered here, I'm not just like leaving, okay? I placed my SL, and then my first TP was placed right here. Because even though I usually place my TP at this level at swing high, I wanted that, you know, confirmation properly. So my first TP was placed at my area highs because I know that price might come here, because we also had this bearish order block, price might react and reject all the way down again. So I waited for that proper confirmation. So still my SL's right here, and my TP is right here. So let's see what happened. Price went ahead, and then it kind of like sort of did a little bit of consolidation here on the 0.5 level. So it's still okay. Price is still continuing up, and this is where my TP is, okay? Once we hit my TP1, I'll be moving my SL to a little bit into break even and go. And price hit it and rejected from this level, and I was like, boom, move my SL to break even. I moved it. I was like, I'm good, all good. I'm protected. Now, whatever happens, it's alright. Because like now I'm not like glued into the charts, right? Now, luckily, I mean, I wouldn't say luckily, okay? This trade was like an A+ setup, like a textbook setup, literally, on my side. And yeah, let's go. Let's see what happens next. Let me extend this. Okay. Boom, boom. And then price broke this order block, like this bearish order block. And eventually, it was struggling here. It was consolidating. This was a point where I moved my break even all the way to 0.5 level. Okay, because I knew that, hey, this price action will continue to the upside. And then, boom, that is how I managed to lock in $6,000 of profit. Do you hear that? $6,000 of profit. Yeah. I'm not flexing though. I've made more bigger profits, but this trade was an A+ setup and I wanted to share that with you guys. And yeah, this is the analysis on my side. And if you want access to the indicator and if you want to trade just like me, we can sit down and talk one-on-one. All the links and the resources are in the description box below, so check it out and comment any further video ideas you want me to make. Now, if you want to trade just like me and get access to the same dashboard that my students and I use to place our entries and stack up our confluences, you don't have to do anything alone, mate. Like, you literally have Tradex, okay? Now, book a one-on-one call with me. We'll talk one-on-one, sit down together, and the link is in the description box below, so check it out. I'll also put up the Discord community link. It's full of traders, so go ahead and join our community. If this breakdown helped you and see the market a little bit differently, then hit that like button and subscribe. And comment Tradex below so that I know that you watched it all the way to this end. And make sure to be subscribed, and I'll see you in the next video.